Our Chancellor, His Highness, the Aga Khan, the Chairman and members of the Board of Trustees, our Chief Guest, Melinda French Gates, President Firoz Razul, Provost and Vice President Academia, Carl Amrain, Dean Joe Lugalla, distinguished faculty and staff, friends of the university, including donors, supporters, partners, and volunteers, family members of the graduates, and above all, the members of the graduating class of 2020, good evening. We are delighted to welcome you to the Convocation Ceremony for the graduating classes at the Medical College and the Institute for Educational Development in Tanzania. My name is Nipaeli Mrutu, faculty at the Institute for Education Development, Tanzania. I will be your MC for this evening ceremony. It is my greatest honor and privilege to host this very special occasion. We are sorry that we could not all be together in person, but we are so pleased that the technology allows all of you to be with us in celebrating the achievements of our graduates. In a few moments, we will begin the formal proceedings with the playing of the national anthems, followed by the Dean's remarks and the presentation of degrees. First from the Associate Dean, Medical College Tanzania, and then from the Head of Programs at the Institute for Education Development. Then a speech from the valedictorian and faculty award will follow. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request you to please rise for the singing of the national and the East African community anthems.
Mungu ibariki Afrika, wabariki viongozi wake, hekima, umoja na amani. Hizi ni ngao zetu Afrika na watu wake. Ibariki Afrika, ibariki Afrika, tubariki watoto wa Afrika. Mungu ibariki Tanzania, dumisha uhuru na umoja wake kwa waume na watoto. Mungu ibariki Tanzania na watu wake. Ibariki Tanzania, ibariki Tanzania, tubariki watoto wa Tanzania.
Mungu tuomba ulilinde Jumuiya Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu. Uzalendo pia mshikamano viwe msingi wa umoja wetu, na tulinde uhuru na amani, mila zetu na desturi zetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu. Viwandani na hata mashambani, tufanye kazi sote kwa makini, tujitoe kwa hali na mali, tuijenge jumuiya bora. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Thank you. You can take your seats. May I now request Professor Joe Lugalla, Associate Vice Provost, Aga Khan University, Tanzania, and the Dean Institute for Education Development in East Africa, to please deliver his remarks.
Our Chancellor, His Highness the Aga Khan, the Chairman and members of the Board of Trustees, our Chief Guest, Melinda French Gates, President Firoz Rasool, Provost and Vice President Academic Carl Amrain, Dean School of Nursing and Midwifery Dr. Eunice Ndirangu, distinguished faculty and staff, friends of the university, including our donors, supporters, partners, and volunteers, family members of the graduates, and above all, members of the graduating class of 2020. Good afternoon to you all. Habari za mchana. I'm indeed deeply honored and grateful to God for making us all witness this remarkable event, which is significant for the progress of both the Aga Khan University and our graduates. Our dearest graduates, 9 from our medical school and 23 from our Institute for Educational Development, East Africa, with addition to 18 who are graduating from Kenya, from ID, and 16 who are graduating from Uganda on this very day. I congratulate you all on joining the ranks of your predecessors, whom have already established a tradition of excellence and built a very strong reputation for their alma mater. As I speak here, I can imagine the feelings or faces of your family members glowing with pride. They have a great deal to be proud of you. Armed with the education you have received at AKU, you are ready to go forth and transform lives. It is not just your families or the university that should be proud of you, but also your communities and your country as a whole. Indeed, the graduation today may be the final step in your career, but it is the first step on the path of lifelong learning for which your education at AKU has equipped you. I know the hard work, perseverance, and commitment shown by you as students will be carried forth in your work and life. I'm grateful to the faculty and leadership of the Aga Khan University for their great contributions in your academic journey. As you're already aware, AKU is investing tireless efforts towards strengthening the performance of the overall education and health systems, not only in Tanzania, but in the entire East African region. This has been made possible through effective collaboration and partnerships with the government of Tanzania, the government of Kenya, and also with the government of Uganda, and all other education and health agencies in improving the quality of education and health in the region. Graduates, you are a diverse group of educators and medical doctors, which is as it should be for the development to happen. As development is made possible by people who are educated and who are healthy. There is no doubt that education and health are indeed essential ingredients to the development process. Development cannot happen if people are illiterate and unhealthy. The people who are pioneers of development must be well educated and healthy for them to be able to become masters of their own destiny. Besides health and education, other variables or conditionalities of enabling environment are important for meaningful development to take place. To the educators among you, I would say that we are eager for you to put your skills to work and to share all that you have learned at AKU with your colleagues. The importance of your contributions cannot be overstated. Education is the foundation of both individual and societal success. If you change the practice of one teacher for the better, every child that passes through that teacher's hands will benefit. When one considers this simple fact, one realizes that the impact is astonishing, easily reaching to the thousands. When you work with the community and successfully convey the importance of education and the ways in which parents can contribute to their children's education, you greatly enhance the chances of success for each child and for the society at large. To the medical doctors, good health is, of course, an end in itself. For health makes an enormous contribution to the overall development of communities and nations. An individual whose health limits his career choices is an individual who is unable not just to achieve his own potential, but to provide for those near him or her. A life lost from illness that is curable represents not just the loss of an irreplaceable individual, but a source of support for others, of knowledge, of skill, and society investment in that individual upbringing. The impact on our society of millions of hours and days of ill health across the entire population is vast. It makes it that much harder to achieve our goals and ambitions. I would say that we are extremely fortunate to have physicians, medical doctors of your caliber focused on providing primary care. Today is a day of celebration. You have worked very hard to get to this point. I hope that you will spend today with your family and friends, basking in the glow of accomplishment. You have achieved a significant milestone. It is my sincere pleasure and hope that once celebrations are complete, you will reflect on how you will choose to invest the education you have earned to build a more prosperous future for Tanzania and for East Africa. I congratulate you again on your great achievement, and I wish each of you, our graduates, the very best. Remember, much depends on you. We all invite you to our lives so that we can work together for the interest of our current societies and generations to come. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Dean Lugalla. This brings us to the special moment that our graduates have been waiting for. We are pleased to present to you the graduating class of 2020 in Medical College and the Institute for Education Development in Tanzania. I would like to invite Dr. Hussein Kidanto, the Associate Dean for Medical College Tanzania, to announce the names of the degree recipients. May I request Dean Joe Lugalla to come forward. Graduates, as you come forward, may I request you to collect your parchment, come up to the stage, and have your photograph taken with the Dean.
Our Chancellor, His Highness the Aga Khan, the Chairman and members of the Board of Trustees, our Chief Guest, Belinda French Gates, President Firoz Rasool, Provost and Vice President Academic Karl Amhain, honored guests, members of the faculty, staff, and alumni, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to announce the names of the graduates from the Medical College who have successfully completed the required program of study and upon whom will be conferred the degree Master of Medicine. Names. The first one is Davis Leonard from Family Medicine Master's degree. The second one is Hannah Moore. She receives a Family Medicine Master's degree. The third one is Nilam Ismail. She also receives Family Medicine Master's degree. Nuru Abdallah Kondo also receives Family Medicine Master's degree. Elizabeth Elibariki Mari receives a Master's degree in General Surgery. Isaac Herman Mawala also receives a Master's degree in General Surgery. Next is Hanifa Mbithe, receives a Master's degree in Internal Medicine. Next is Julius Msukuya, receives Master's degrees in Internal Medicine. And finally, we have Celestine David Impiri, who receives Master's degrees in Internal Medicine as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kidanto and Dean Joe Lugalla. I would like to invite Dr. Nicholas Washira, Head of Teaching Program at the Institute for Education Development East Africa, to announce the names of the degree recipients. May I request Dean Joe Lugalla to come forward. Graduates, as you come forward, may I request you to collect your parchments, come up to the stage, and have your photograph taken with the Dean.
Our Chancellor, His Highness the Aga Khan, the Chairman and members of the Board of Trustees, our Chief Guest, Melinda French Gates, President Firoz Rasool, Provost and Vice President Academic Karl Amhain, honored guests, members of the faculty, staff and alumni, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to announce the names of those individuals from the Institute for Education Development who successfully completed the required program of study and upon whom the degree of Master of Education has been conferred. Agnes Dominic, Ikrisongo Girls High School, Monduli. Amon Sifuni Mrutu, Quality Assurance Officer, Tanga and Kilimanjaro. Constance Wasai Nyambu, Kenyatta High School, Taita Taveta, Kenya. Esther Mkwambe, Kinampanda Teachers College, Sigida. Esther Mumbua Mbondo, Sheikh Abdallah Al-Farsi Girls Secondary School, Mombasa, Kenya. Frank A. Christian, Aga Khan Education Services, Dar es Salaam. Frederick J. Seyai, Monduli Teachers College, Monduli. Hamis Pinson Nkota, Miomboni Secondary School, Iringa. Hamza Shaban, Kinampanda Teachers College, Singida. Humphrey Frank Elias, Mapinduzi Primary School, Lindi. Mwangeka M. Elias, Ziwani Boys School, Mombasa, Kenya. Ngonye Memne, Kapungi Secondary School, Rungwe. Selemani Said Mdee, Kiboriloni Secondary School, Moshi. Zakayo Hamis Mkumburo, Jangwani Secondary School, Dar es Salaam. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Washira and Dean Joe Lugalla. It is customary at convocation for a member of the graduating class to represent the graduates and share with the audience their experience and aspiration. May I request Mr. Selemani Saidi Mdee, a graduate of the Master of Education program at the Institute for Education Development, for the valedictory speech.
The chief guest, Honorable Melinda Gates, members of the Board of Trustees, President Farouz Rasool, members of the faculty, staff, and alumni, our sponsors and employers, distinguished guests, our dear family members, friends and graduates, and my fellow graduates, good evening. My name is Selemani Mdee, an alumnus of Master of Education in Mathematics at Aga Khan University IED East Africa, Dar es Salaam, year 2020, cohort 13. I am one of the 7 course participants who specialized in mathematics education, and I am immensely humbled for being chosen to give this valedictory speech on behalf of all graduates. Allow me to start by thanking the Almighty God for giving us life, good health, and the ability to attend this memorable convocation, which marks the end of 1 year Master in Education, MED, and 4 years Master of Medicine, MMEAD, Class 2020 programs. The University Almanac shows that the Class 2020 was due to graduate in early 2020, but unfortunately, the COVID-19 global pandemic disrupted the planned event. We further thank God for making it possible for us to attend this congregation today, although some of our families will be attending virtually. I feel obliged to thank the university administration, faculty members, and the staff for their love, care, and guidance during the course of our programs. Under the respectful Vice Provost Chancellor Joe Lugalla and Associate Dean, Medical College Professor Hussein Kidanto, they created a conducive environment for our learning, guided us in our academic work, so much so that we went back to our working stations having been completely transformed into reflective practitioners, effective problem solvers, excellent listeners, and above all, practitioners imbued with humility and respect for fellow human beings. We appreciate many good things that ACU offered to us. Among them, the financial assistance that supported us to join the programs, without which probably some of us would not have afforded. Accommodation for some of graduates is another element worth mentioning, as it gave us comfort during our time at university. Furthermore, the accommodation granted us full security for both our lives and belongings. Honorable Guest of Honor, Melinda Gate, the application of the knowledge and experiences we got at AKU, be it the Master of Education or Master of Medicine program, started from the time we were still at AKU. We have now transferred the application to our workstations, where we are the university faithful ambassadors working hard to ensure that the working habits we acquired at AKU, the ethos, the values were introduced to AKU are shared with the wider community. I can share my personal experience after completion of 1 year program at AKU. I went back to working station in January 2020, starting applying whatever I learned at AKU, intending to see its applicability and its outcome. May of this year, 2021, I emerged the best worker of the year 2020-2021 at my working station. It was very interesting, and I believe it will be the same to most of us. In addition, the outreach programs under the AKU faculty brought us together to share experiences, culture, and norms of the institutions and the communities we had visited. To mention but few, we will forever remember the flight to Karachi to make presentations, the Kilwa and Morogoro educational trips, sports arena at Kibaha, and the numerous schools and hospitals that we visited in Dar es Salaam. Rather, we will remember the swimming. It is still in our memories about the serious sickness of one of our course participants in education. the university stood firm together along with the Aga Khan Hospital to rescue his life, and with the blessings of God, today we are graduating together. I would like to thank very much everyone who participated in one way or another to make him recover his health. To my fellow graduates, we came here at AKU leaving behind our dearest families while they were still in need of our presence. They prayed for us all time around with the expectation that improved level of education will benefit the entire family. Furthermore, our employers who granted us permission to pursue professional development studies have high expectation of us, and specifically, they expect us to positively impact the communities we are working with. We are therefore obliged to effectively use the valuable knowledge, skills, and attitudes that we acquired at AKU so that we bring change in the community. It is therefore my firm belief that an outstanding exemplary performance from each one of us graduates at our respective workstations will in one way or another trickle down to the families. His Excellency the late President of United Republic of Tanzania, Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere, once said, let me quote, "Those who receive this privilege, therefore, have a duty to repay the sacrifice which others have made. They are like the man who has been given all the food available in a starving village in order that he might have strength to bring supplies back from a distant place. If he takes this food and does not bring help to his brothers, he is traitor. Similarly, any of the young men and women who are given an education by the people of this republic adopt attitudes of superiority or fail to use their knowledge to help the development of this country, then they are betraying our union." End of quote. This was given by Mwalimu at the University of Dar es Salaam, 1960s. To our lovely family members, friends and relatives, today is a special day to thank all for your relenting support and encouragement during the pursuing of our studies. You probably missed us at a moment when you needed us most, and you made immense sacrifice because of taking care of us. Let us therefore appreciate your noble deeds by celebrating together today, although some are virtually attending this incident. To sum up, it is now time to bid farewell to each other as we continue celebrating. For those who desire to excel in further studies, I wish AKU still have room to accommodate us. Vice Provost, Professor Joe Lugalla, and Associate Dean, Medical College, Professor Hussein Kidanto, and the teams, we appreciate and ensure you that as professional development tutors, PDT, Class 2020, and medical specialists, Class of 2020, we are ready to take up whatever assignment you give us and are ready to make ourselves available whenever we will be needed. We promise that the winding up of our different levels of education at AKU today opens a new chapter to serve our respective nations in a more professional manner. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Mdee. It is my pleasure to invite Professor and Dean Joe Lugalla to introduce the Faculty Award with a request to recognize the IED-nominated Outstanding Teacher Award.
The Outstanding Teacher Award have been instituted to recognize outstanding performance by the faculty in different academic domains. Among others, the qualities and characteristics considered in selecting the individuals for the award include interest and enthusiasm in teaching, effectiveness, creativity in transmitting and developing concepts, contributions to the academic program and development, and effectiveness as a mentor and as a role model. It is my pleasure to announce the 2021 Outstanding Teacher Award for the Institute for Educational Development in Tanzania. This year's Outstanding Teacher Award is being presented to Professor Dr. Mweru Mwingi. Unfortunately, Dr. Mweru Mwingi, as we speak right now, is attending this particular event in Uganda. So I would like to welcome Washira to take the award on her behalf.
Thank you, Professor Lugalla. I would now like to invite Dr. Hussein Kidanto, the Associate Dean for Medical Education, Tanzania, to please announce the recipient of the Outstanding Resident of the Year Award and the Outstanding Dissertation of the Year Award. Graduates and residents, as your name is called, may I request you to please come forward, collect your award, come up to the stage, and have your photo taken with the Dean.
Our Chancellor, His Highness the Aga Khan, the Chairman and members of the Board of Trustees, our Chief Guest Melinda French Gates, President Firoz Rasool, Provost and Vice President Academic Karl Amrein, Dean Lukoya Toli, distinguished faculty and staff, friends of the university, including our donors, supporters, partners, and volunteers, family members of the graduates, and above all, the member of the graduating class of 2020. It is my pleasure to present the awards for Medical College in East Africa, Dar es Salaam, for the graduating class of 2020. In the Medical College, students in the postgraduate programs undergo a rigorous educational, clinical, research, and professional training. There is an award for students who have shown outstanding excellence in academic work, critical thinking, problem-solving ability, which enhances the integration of theoretical concepts in providing care to patients. I will therefore present a name for an outstanding excellence in research and dissertation writing. And this award goes to Dr. Celestine Mpiri. So I wish to welcome him to the stage and receive his award. Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the proceedings of the Aga Khan University Convocation Ceremony for the class of 2020. After the ceremony is officially declared closed, I will invite you to rise for the singing of the anthems. May I request the Chancellor, His Highness the Aga Khan, to declare the convocation of the class of 2020 closed.
I declare the convocation ceremony of the Aga Khan University for the graduating classes of 2020 closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of the anthems.
Uibariki Afrika, wabariki viongozi wake, hekima, umoja na amani. Hizi ni ngao zetu Afrika na watu wake. Ibariki Afrika, ibariki Afrika, tubariki watoto wa Afrika. Mungu ibariki Tanzania, dumisha uhuru na umoja wake kwa waume na watoto. Mungu ibariki Tanzania na watu wake. Ibariki Tanzania, ibariki Tanzania, tubariki watoto wa Tanzania. Mungu tunaomba uilinde Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu. Uzalendo pia mshikamano viwe msingi wa umoja wetu, na tulinde uhuru na amani, mila zetu na desturi zetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu. Viwandani na hata mashambani, tufanye kazi sote kwa makini, tujitoe kwa hali na mali, tuijenge jumuiya bora. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
This brings us to the conclusion of the convocation ceremony for the class graduating in the Medical College and the Institute for Education Development East Africa. The academic procession will now depart. celebrate this memorable event by please maintaining social distancing.